And he had 40 sons and 30 nephews, that rode on 60 ass colts, and he judged Israel 8 years. Judges 12:14. Abijah, a king of Judah, 14 wives. But Abijah waxed mighty, and married 14 wives, and begat 22 sons, and 16 daughters. 2 Chronicles 13:21. Abraham, faithful friend of God and father of the Hebrew nation, father of the faithful. 3 wives, Sarah, Hagar, and Keturah. Now Sarai Abram's wife bare him no children, and she had an handmaid, an Egyptian, whose name was Hagar. Genesis 16:1. And Sarai Abram's wife took Hagar her maid the Egyptian, after Abram had dwelt 10 years in the land of Canaan, and gave her to her husband Abram to be his wife. Genesis 16:3. Then again Abraham took a wife, and her name was Keturah. Genesis 25:1. Ahab, a king of Israel. Thy silver and thy gold is mine. Thy wives also and thy children, even the goodliest, are mine. 1 Kings 22:3. Ahasuerus, a king of Persia, possibly Xerxes. Vashti, Esther. Also Vashti the queen made a feast for the women in the royal house which belonged to King Ahasuerus. Esther 1-9. Asher 2 wives, Helah and Nara. And Asher the father of Tekoa had 2 wives, Helah and Nara. 1 Chronicles 4-5. Belshazzar, king of Babylon. That the king and his princes, his wives, and his concubines might drink therein. Daniel 5-2. Benhadad, king of Syria. Thy silver and thy gold is mine. Thy wives also and thy children, even the goodliest, are mine. 1 Kings 22:3. Caleb 5 wives, Azubah, Jerioth, Ephrath, Ephah, and Maachah. And Caleb the son of Hezron begat children of Azubah his wife, and of Jerioth. Her sons are these: Jesher, and Shobab, and Arden. And when Azubah was dead, Caleb took unto him Ephrath, which bare him her. 1 Chronicles 2:18-19. And Ephah, Caleb's concubine. 1 Chronicles 2:46. Maachah, Caleb's concubine. 1 Chronicles 2:48. King David, a king of Israel, after God's own heart. At least 18 wives, Michal, Abigail, Ahinoam of Jezreel, Eglah, Maacah, Abital, Haggith, and Bathsheba, and 10 women or concubines. Wherefore David arose and went, he and his men, and slew of the Philistines 200 men. And David brought their foreskins, and they gave them in full tale to the king, that he might be the king's son-in-law. And Saul gave him Michal his daughter to wife. 1 Samuel 18:27. See also 1 Samuel 19:11-18. 25分44秒. And 2 Samuel 3:13-14. 6点20分负23. David sent and communed with Abigail, to take her to him to wife. 1 Samuel 25:39. David also took Ahinoam of Jezreel, and they were also both of them his wives. 1 Samuel 25:43. But Saul had given Michal his daughter, David's wife. 1 Samuel 25:44. Absalom the son of Maacah the daughter of Talmai king of Geshur. 2 Samuel 3:2-3. And the 4th, Adonijah the son of Haggith. And the 5th, Shephatiah the son of Abital. And the 6th, Ithream, by Eglah David's wife. These were born to David in Hebron. 2 Samuel 3:4-5. And David took him more concubines and wives to Samuel 5:13. 1 Chronicles 14:3. And Nathan said to David, Thou art the man. Thus saith the Lord God of Israel, I anointed thee king over Israel, and I delivered thee out of the hand of Saul. And I gave thee thy master's house, and thy master's wives into thy bosom, and gave thee the house of Israel and of Judah. And if that had been too little, I would moreover have given unto thee such and such things. 2 Samuel 12:7-8. And David comforted Bathsheba his wife. 2 Samuel 12:24. And the king went forth, and all his household after him. And the king left 10 women, which were concubines, to keep the house. 2 Samuel 15:16. See also 2 Samuel 16:21-23. Eliphaz, 2 wives, Timnah. And the sons of Eliphaz were Teman, Omar, Zepho, and Gatam, and Kenaz, and Timnah was concubine to Eliphaz. Genesis 36, 11-12. Elkanah. 2 wives, Hannah and Peninnah. And he had 2 wives. The name of the one was Hannah, and the name of the other Peninnah. 1 Samuel 1-2. Esau. 3 wives, Judith, Bashemath, and Mahalath. And Esau was 40 years old when he took to wife Judith the daughter of Beeri the Hittite, and Bashemath the daughter of Elon the Hittite. Genesis 26-34. Ezra. 2 wives, Jehudijah. And the sons of Ezra were Jether, and Merd, and Epher, and Jalan. And she bare Miriam, and Shammai, and Ishba the father of Eshtemoa, and his wife Jehudijah bare Jered the father of Geder, and Heber the father of Socho, and Jekathiel the father of Zanoah. And these are the sons of Bithiah the daughter of Pharaoh, which Merd took. 1 Chronicles 4, 17-18. Gideon, a judge of Israel. Druma, Shechem. And Gideon had 70 sons of his body begotten, for he had many wives. Judges 8:30. Heman, by implication from number of sons. Of Heman, the sons of Heman. Bukiah, Mataniah, Uzziel, Shebuel, and Jeremoth, Hananiah, Hanani, Eliatha, Gidalti, and Romamtezer, Joshbekasha, Malothi, Hothar, and Mahaziath. 1 Chronicles 25-4. Heman, by implication from number of sons. Of Heman, the sons of Heman. Bukiah, Mataniah, Uzziel, Shebuel, and Jeremoth, Hananiah, Hanani, Eliatha, Gidalti, and Romamtezer, Joshbekasha, Malothi, Hothar, and Mahaziath. 1 Chronicles 25-4. Hosea, by implication. 2 wives, Gomer. So he went and took Gomer the daughter of Diblaim, which conceived and bare him a son. Hosea 1-3. Then said the Lord unto me, Go yet, love a woman beloved of her friend, yet an adulteress, according to the love of the Lord toward the children of Israel, who look to other gods, and love flagons of wine. Hosea 3-1. Issachar's tribe. And with them, by their generations, after the house of their fathers, were bands of soldiers for war, 36,000 men, for they had many wives and sons. 1 Chronicles 7-4. Those that were numbered of them, even of the tribe of Issachar, were 54,400. Numbers 1:29. Jacob Israel, father of the 12 patriarchs of the tribes of Israel. Israel, the prince of God. 4 wives Leah, Rachel, Bilhah, and Zilpah. And it came to pass in the evening that he took Leah his daughter, and brought her to him. And he went in unto her. Genesis 29-23. And Jacob did so, and fulfilled her week, and he gave him Rachel his daughter to wife also. Genesis 29-28. And she gave him Bilhah her handmaid to wife, and Jacob went in unto her. Genesis 32:4. When Leah saw that she had left bearing, she took Zilpah her maid, and gave her Jacob to wife. Genesis 32:9. The Lord, Jer, by implication from number of sons. And he had 30 sons that rode on 30 ass colts, and they had 30 cities, which are called Havoth-Jer unto this day, which are in the land of Gilead. Judges 10-4. Jehoiachin, a king of Judah. And he carried away Jehoiachin to Babylon, and the king's mother, and the king's wives, and his officers, and the mighty of the land, those carried he into captivity from Jerusalem to Babylon. 2 Kings 24-15. Jehoram. Behold, with a great plague will the Lord smite thy people, and thy children, and thy wives, and all thy goods. 2 Chronicles 21:14. Jeremiel. 2 wives, Atara. Jeremiel had also another wife, whose name was Atara. She was the mother of Onam. 1 Chronicles 2:26. Josh. 2 wives. And Jehoiada took for him 2 wives. And he begat sons and daughters. 2 Chronicles 24-3. Note, Jehoiada was the priest of the Lord for the young king Josh. Hence, this verse references the wives' priest bringing wivers to the king, not himself. Lamech. 2 wives, Adah and Zillah. And Lamech took unto him 2 wives. The name of the one was Adah, and the name of the other Zillah. Genesis 4:19. Mashir. 2 wives, Macha and Zelophehad. And Mashir took to wife the sister of Huppim and Shuppim, whose sister's name was Macha. And the name of the second was Zelophehad. And Zelophehad had daughters, and Macha the wife of Mashir bare a son, and she called his name Peresh. And the name of his brother was Sherish. And his sons were Ulam and Racham. 1 Chronicles 7:15-16. Manasseh. 2 wives, the Aramites. The sons of Manasseh: Ashriel, whom she bare, but his concubine the Aramites bare Mashir the father of Gilead. 1 Chronicles 7:14. Merd. For wives Jehudijah, Bithia and Hodiah. And she bare Miriam, and Shammai, and Ishba the father of Eshtemoa, and his wife Jehudijah bare, sons of Bithia the daughter of Pharaoh, which Merd took, and the sons of his wife Hodiah the sister of Naham. 1 Chronicles 4:17-19. Moses penned the Pentateuch, Torah, Genesis through Deuteronomy, which includes authoring the passages of Genesis chapters 2 through 3, Genesis 2:24, Exodus 21:10, Deuteronomy 21:15, etc. 2 wives, Zipporah and the Ethiopian woman. And Moses was content to dwell with the man, and he gave Moses Zipporah his daughter. Exodus 2:21. See also Exodus 18:1-6. And Miriam and Aaron spake against Moses because of the Ethiopian woman whom he had married, for he had married an Ethiopian woman. Numbers 12:1. Nahor. 2 wives, Milcah and Rumah. And it came to pass after these things, that it was told Abraham, saying, Behold, Milcah, she hath also borne children unto thy brother Nahor. These 8 Milcah did bear to Nahor, Abraham's brother, and his concubine, whose name was Rumah. She bare also Tebah, and Gaham, and Thahash, and Macha. Genesis 22:20-24. Rehoboam. 78 wives, Mahalath, Abihail, and Macha. And Rehoboam took him Mahalath the daughter of Jeremoth, and Abihail the daughter of Eliab. He took Macha the daughter of Absalom. And Rehoboam loved Macha the daughter of Absalom above all his wives and his concubines, for he took 18 wives and 60 concubines, and begat 28 sons and 60 daughters. And he desired many wives. 2 Chronicles 11:18-23. Saul. Ahinoam and Rizpah. And the name of Saul's wife was Ahinoam, the daughter of Ahimaaz, and the name of the captain of his host was Abner, the son of Ener, Saul's uncle. 1 Samuel 14:50. And Saul had a concubine, whose name was Rizpah, the daughter of Aiah. And Ishbosheth said to Abner, Wherefore hast thou gone in unto my father's concubine? 2 Samuel 3:2-7. Shaharaim. 2 wives, Hushim and Bara. And Shaharaim begat children in the country of Moab, after he had sent them away. Hushim and Bara were his wives. 1 Chronicles 8:8. Shimei. By implication from number of sons. And Shimei had 16 sons and 6 daughters. But his brethren had not many children, neither did all their family multiply, like to the children of Judah. 1 Chronicles 4:27. Simeon. 2 wives, Canaanitish woman. And the sons of Simeon: Jemuel, and Jamin, and Ohad, and Jachin, and Zohar, and Shaul the son of a Canaanitish woman. Genesis 46:10, Exodus 6:15. Solomon. 1,000 wives, Sidontans, Tyrians, Ammonites, and Edomites. And he had 700 wives, princesses, and 300 concubines, and his wives turned away his heart. 1 Kings 11:3. Terah. By implication, though wives may not have been simultaneous. 2 wives. And Terah lived 70 years, and begat Abram, Nahor, and Haran. Genesis 11:26. And yet indeed she is my sister. She is the daughter of my father, but not the daughter of my mother. And she became my wife. Genesis 20:12. Zedekiah. So they shall bring out all thy wives and thy children to the Chaldeans, and thou shalt not escape out of their hand, but shalt be taken by the hand of the king of Babylon. and thou shalt cause this city to be burned with fire. Jeremiah 38-23. Ziba, by implication from number of sons. Now Ziba had 15 sons and 20 servants. 2 Samuel 9:10.